Well, I said I was going to be prescriptive, and the first thing I'm telling you to do is to get yourself to msys2.org and download whichever one of these you want, 32-bit or 64-bit Windows. MSys2 makes available to you a lot of little programs that Unix and Linux people are used to. These are not actually Unix commands. These are little programs that, or not so little programs, that usually run on Linux. You can now have them available on Windows. So you just run the installer, but the important things, there you are, you get your usual setup wizard, you choose an installation folder, 32 or 64, I think I chose MSys64, I think that was the default anyway. But the important thing is, before you click finish, make sure that run MSys2 now is ticked. I think it's the default. So that'll open up a little window. Now that little window is actually a Linux shell. Don't worry, Microsoft Windows users, all you have to do is type in some magic words and forget about it. Now the thing for Microsoft users to note is that because it's a Linux bash shell, everything is case sensitive. So if you type in Pac-Man in capital letters, it won't know what the hell you're talking about. If you type in Pac-Man with capital P, it won't know what you're talking about. And if you use a capital U here and not a capital S, it won't know what you're talking about. Pac-Man has to be all lowercase, space minus has to be an uppercase S, followed by lowercase y and u. Anyway, you press Y for yes and wait the usual month of Sundays while it chugs through stuff, and then right when it's finished you just close that bash shell. You just click up here and get rid of it. What you then do is run MSys2 from the start menu. It'll now be available from the start menu and bring up a little window just as before, but this time go through Pac-Man space minus uppercase S and U and so on and so forth. It'll take a while, and finally you have to do Pac-Man minus S git. So when all that's done, you have MSys2 installed. So what's in MSys? Apache is a web server, so ASCII doc, aspell, a spell checker, aspell minus n gives you English dictionaries and so on and so forth. All kinds of, here we are, MPC, MinGW minus W64 MPG is one of the things that's in the base package list, and all you have to do is to find anything out about what these things are is click on them. There we are, binary package, and the upstream URL is what we want, and it explains what this MPC is. It's multiple precision complex numbers. So here's a list of everything in the base, including zip, for instance, RAR, UNRAR, those are archives, TextInfo, tar, all kinds of, it includes the Ruby programming languages, includes an awful lot of stuff in the base packages. In fact, it tells you there are 1835 base packages to download. Anyway, that's your MSys2 now sorted out completely. Well, now it's time to install the GNU compiler collection. Here we are, we have a Wikipedia page that tells you all about it. I think I mentioned that before. And here we are at the mingw.org wiki page, how to install it. Automated installer, that's what we want. Okay, this is an important point here. MinGW may have problems with paths containing spaces. You see, so you program files, my documents, and so on. Anyway, it also tells you that the preferred installation target directory is c:\mingw, and go to the mingw get setup. There it is. Let's open it and click on install. Okay, we won't change that. The mingw installation manager is now downloading. What do we want? Standard libraries. We want definitely precision libraries. Signed integers, rational numbers, floating point. Okay. Update catalog. Review changes. Apply. MinGW. Binary. There you are, we have gfortran. It's all there. The thing is, Unix and Linux users will be used to environment variables. The casual Windows user won't. Lots of Windows users will be well aware of them. So what do? We go to the control panel and system and security, and underneath system and security there's system, and under that, over here on the left, we have advanced system settings, and right here we have the legendary environment variables. You can see there's two groups. System variables down here, which includes a variable called path. Okay, the thing is, you don't want to mess about with that. You also have your user environment variables. So what we're going to do is put in a new one. Yes, that is bin, and we'll click on OK, OK again, OK, OK, and OK. So we've edited our environment variable called path. Now if you've already had a CMD tool open, you'll find that the path hasn't changed. You have to close down that CMD tool and then open it again, and it'll get the new path. Now to look at your path, you do echo, and then in Windows it's %path and % at the end as well. And you can see there we are. Right here we have mingw/bin included in our path. GE++. Says no input files, and gfortran. So it's actually recognizing the compilers, and if I do gfortran -- version, it'll tell us what version we've got, and there we are, it's 8.2.05. So we've picked up the right version, and that's the latest version in December of 2019. So that's all there is to installing the GNU compiler collection. Now let's see if we can use it. Well, I almost forgot to say we need to change our path variable even more. So here we are, back to edit environment variables, and you can see that I've included a version of MSys that we've downloaded with MinGW, and the version of MSys that we downloaded from the MSys2 homepage. So it'll look in both of those. If it can't find it in one, it'll find it in the other. And this is where we'll find things like make, which we mentioned earlier.